السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم صل وسلم على البشير النذير، اللهم صل وسلم على السراج المنير، اللهم صل وسلم على أبي الزهراء والسبطين، اللهم صل وسلم على عبدك وحبيبك وخليلك ونبيك سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, when he asked Jibreel, when Jibreel asked Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, mal ihsan, قال أن تعبد الله كأنك تراه فإن لم تكن تراه فإنه يراك. Ihsan is the highest level of Iman. Ihsan comes from ahsana, means make something perfect. And when Rasulullah gave the definition of ihsan, he said, أن تعبد الله, to worship Allah as you see Him. If not, then remember, He always watching you. أن تعبد الله. When you come across the word ibadah in Quran, always you should remember two things. Number one, that ibadah is comprehensive concepts. Ibadah always has two areas. The first area between you and your Lord, and the second area is between you and people. So between you and your Lord means Salah, for example. When you pray, that's connection between you and your Lord. When you recite Quran, when you raise your hand for dua, when you fast, when you go to Hajj, when you confirm Umrah, all these types of ibadat between you and your Lord. The second area is between you and people. That's also type of worship. It means how do you treat your parents, your siblings, your neighbors, your co-workers, your business partner. Always remember, when you come across ibadah, that's number one, it's two areas. Many Muslims, they know the first area, but they fail in the second area. When they treat people, they became different character. That's the point number one, ibadah. Point number two, that ibadah, all types of ibadat, if it's not connected to your heart, if it's not make you become close to your Lord, then there is a problem. Ibadah has two dimensions, physical dimension and spiritual dimension. Physical, it means what you do, the movements. When you pray, the movements you do, ruku', sujood, tashahhud, sit down, stand up, the statements you say, the Fatiha you recite, that's all the physical dimension. You can do the physical dimension and you have zero reward, because there's another dimension, which is spiritual one. Does that ibadah make you close to Allah? That's the most important. That's in any ibadah. Remember these 2 points. It's comprehensive concepts, two areas between you and your Lord and between you and people. And second point, any ibadah should make you close to Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. That he said, أن تعبد الله كأنك تراه. If you want to perfect this ibadah in the two areas, then the way for that is to remember that Allah is watching you. So when you act any type of worship, it's just like you see Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. Let us give some examples. First area, Salah, for example. If you just make an objective this Ramadan, just to make your Salah perfect, that will be big success. Just Salah. Because Salah, you do it 5 times a day. It means it's just cure for our hearts. We go in this dunya, we treat people, we go everywhere, and we come to Salah to have our cure, healing to our hearts. But that's only if you do it perfect. If you do it by your body and by your heart, how can you do that? Then this is ilm. Go. The best way for that is to buy from any bookshop a small book about khushu'. That's the best way. There's plenty books. If you go any bookshop and say, I want a small book about the khushu', about how I can focus in my salah, how I can make my salah perfect. I always said that a small book I've read 1994, 31 years old, years ago, that changed my life. That book is very small book. Just how to make khushu' in salah. I implement what I read in that book slowly every time. Alhamdulillah, I feel that my salah is become better. That's ilm. In that khushu' you will learn the first thing, the most important salah is about the heart. All this movement you do and recitation, this is just the form. But the spirit of that salah is what comes to your mind. When you go to ruku', when you go to sujood, that's the most important. That's number one, is to master your salah. When you do that, you will taste the sweetness of salah. When you are alone, you will be very happy that you will do a long salah. When you are alone, no one sees you. You will enjoy your salah. Because the more you taste that flavor, the more you will be like to be alone. No one watching you, you will enjoy your salah. So that's in the first area, salah is the most important. Dua, for example. Everyone, mashallah, memorize a lot of ad'iyah. That's very good. It's good to memorize some du'as of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But remember, when you raise your hand and say the dua of Rasulullah sallam, that only the physical dimension. Because you can raise your hand and say, Allahumma qsim lana min khashyatika ma tahulu bi baynana wa bayna ma'asiyah. And your mind is not with your dua. Your mind is everywhere. You think about your business. You think about to meet your potential. You think about to go to the club. You think about everything. And the physical dimension is there. If someone see you, you are mashallah raising your hand. You see perfect dua. That's only physical dimension. It doesn't touch your heart. Now the spiritual dimension is to focus. When you say that statement, what does that mean? That's why when you learn any dua of Rasulullah sallam, try to learn a little. Don't learn a lot and you don't know the meaning. Learn slowly. One dua only, but know the meaning. And then practice. When you say it, mean it. Focus on it. What does that mean? That what make your heart is now focus with your dua. Another thing is also when you make dua, to make munajat is to talk to your Lord. And that's better to be in your own language. Don't prepare anything. Don't buy a book for munajat to say. No, just speak in your own language. Speak to your Lord. You know, if you have a big concerns, a big problems in your life, you always look for someone to tell him or her this problem. The only one can solve that problem is Almighty Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Then tell him, speak to him. Speak to him. Don't prepare anything. Be like the wife of Imran. Rabbi inni nadartu laka ma fi batni muharrara. She said, Oh Allah, I'm pregnant. Oh Allah, if you give me a child, I will dedicate that child to your path. Then she gave birth. Oh Allah, she is a girl. Oh Allah, I will name her Maryam. Oh Allah, protect her. And she tell him everything because she feel that closeness. That's why she used these two names. Innahu huwa as-sami'ul alim. Allah is hearing me. Allah knows everything in my heart. So that's the first area which is between you and your Lord. Focus on your heart. When we come to the second area of ibadah, is between you and your people. First thing we should know here, that this is essential. If you master the first area and you fail in the second, that doesn't work. In the day of judgment, that person will be bankrupt. As Rasulullah ﷺ described, أَتَدْرُونَ مَنِ الْمُفْلِسِ? Do you know who is the bankrupt? الْمُفْلِسُ فِينَا مَنْ لَا دِرْهَمَ لَهُ وَلَا مَتَاعٍ. Bankrupt is the one who doesn't have money or property. Rasulullah said, no, الْمُفْلِسُ مِنْ أُمَّتِي. The bankrupt of my ummah is the one who will come in the day of judgment بِصَلَاةٍ وَزَكَاةٍ وَصِيَامٍ. He was perfect in the first area. He did a lot of siyam, fasting, zakah. Then what's the problem? The problem is in the second area. وَيَأْتِي وَقَدْ شَتَمَ هَذَا وَقَذَفَ هَذَا وَأَكَلَ مَالَ هَذَا. He came in the day of judgment and he deceived people, cheating them, cursed them, backbite them, make slander upon them. When he was in business, he always very easy to deceive, to escape from any rights. Then what will happen then? Rasulullah said, فَيَأْخُذُ هَذَا مِنْ حَسَنَاتِهِ وَهَذَا مِنْ حَسَنَاتِهِ. In the day of judgment, there's no currency except deeds. There's one coin, deeds, either good deeds or bad deeds. No any other currency. So what will happen? Those people he deceived in dunya, they want their rights in the day of judgment. He can't return the money to them. Then what will happen? Allah said, Allah will give them from His good deeds. Imagine you have mountains of good deeds and you see it in front of you, slowly they reduce. Why? Because they give it to people. People you deceive or cheat or hurt in this dunya. That's why the first point to understand the significance of this area. It's not something little. That's why we can't say to someone, MashaAllah, he's a good man. But when we do business with him, he's not a good guy. It means he's not a good man. Why you say he's a good man? Oh, because he comes to the mosque 5 times a day. That's not enough. That's not enough. To come 5 times a day, and when you do business, you cheat people and deceive, it means there's a problem in your salah. Inna as-salata tanha anil fahsha'i wal munkar. Salah should lead you to stay away from fahsha and munkar. Okay, this second area also, there's a priorities. There's levels. The top level here is your parents. To be good to your parents. وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. Allah never say in Quran, obey your parents. He always say, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. He say, be good to your parents. Be excellent to your parents. Because obedience, this is bare minimum. Be good, be excellent means make some initiative to please your parents. So, and this is very critical issue in Islam. Many people, they don't appreciate their parents till they lose their parents. I'll tell you from experience, you will not appreciate that blessings till you lose one of them. Then you will realize the reality. Just imagine that you wake up one day and there the home is very silent. No one there. And you came down to the dining room to sit in the table. There's a food. Everything is there. And you shout, my mom, my dad. No answer. Your siblings that annoying you every single morning in the breakfast, they are not there. No one in home. And you check your mobile phone, there is a lot of unread messages from your father as usual. And your mom always, their messages is, are you okay? Did you eat your food? Will you come soon? When you lose your parents, you'll appreciate this ni'mah. 2006, my father passed away, rahimahullah. And I was very close to him in the last 7 years of his life. I was just his shadow. He chose me from my siblings to be just with him all the time. And then I traveled just the year he will pass away to another country. And then one night I saw a dream. I saw many people in white clothes come and say to me, may Allah forgive your father. So I wake up very upset. And straight away I call my mom. I said, is my father okay? She said he was ill, but alhamdulillah now he's mashallah he was very peace, mashallah, and very peaceful. Then I sleep again and I saw the same dream 3 times at the same night. So I said, this is not something coincident. So I went in the morning to my workplace, and I said, I want holiday right now. They said, this is impossible. There's a process for the holiday, at least after 1 week. I said, I want right now. I don't want my money. I don't want anything. Just give me. My father will pass away. They said, do you know the revelation? How do you know that he will pass away? I said, I don't know, but there's something in my heart told me. After negotiation, they gave me, alhamdulillah, but there is no airplane till the next day. So the next day I went to the airplane. When I was in the airplane, he passed away. And I came to him in that time. They are just after they finished the janazah. So then I realized that's a big pillar in my life. It's just gone. You not appreciate your parents till one of them, you will now feel it. Feel that ni'mah that Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala bless us with. 4 years later, 2010, it's a time also for my mom. Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala forgive them. And I was very close to my mom from very young age. She has a cancer in the last 3 years in her life. She taught me a lot, not by books, but by experience. I've never seen someone in my life has contentment with qadarullah tabaraka wa ta'ala, has patience like my mom. I've never seen in my life. That she's feel so much pain and she never complain. If she has a strong pain, she'll just, in the gathering, she will do this by her face and come again and say, Alhamdulillah. That's it. And anyone visit her, how's your pain? Alhamdulillah. Allah gave us a lot of blessings. And she started praising her Lord. She was with me in Qatar. And then she left. And I will travel to her after 1 month. And subhanallah, the same things. It was Monday, Salatul Fajr, and I receive a call from her, from Mauritania. Where are you? Will you travel? When you will come? I said, my mom, you know I will come after 1 month. I said, yes, I'm just asking. Another thing in my heart told me this is the time. I went to workplace, big negotiation. They give me alhamdulillah holiday, no airplane, same. Tuesday I was there. Alhamdulillah, she was still alive. When she saw me, she said, I knew that you will come. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, alhamdulillah, she was fine. Till Friday, she starts, subhanallah, sakaratul maut. And then 11, exactly on Friday before Salatul Jumu'ah, she passed away in my arm. So when that happened to you, you will appreciate what is parents. I remember after Salatul Asr, as usual, I do my adhkar. When I say La ilaha illallah, wallahi, that time, it seems the first time I feel the meaning, the real meaning of this statement. That is La ilaha illallah. That there is, you can rely only on Allah. You can lost all your beloved in this dunya if you know your Lord. When you say La ilaha illallah, that time, subhanAllah, I taste the flavor of La ilaha illallah. After that, I say this personal stories just for one purpose. For those people, especially young people, I want them to appreciate what does parents mean. Don't let the calamity teach you who is your parents. Try to enjoy these blessings when they are still alive. They are a big ni'mah from Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Try to do your best. Don't wait for them to command, to give you a command. No, initiate. Try to do the best. You know your father life like this? Do it before he asks. Your mom like this? For those young people who always, they say, complain that their mothers treat them as child. Always your mom call you when you are with your colleagues. Oh, your mom, my mom think I'm still a child. It's not like this. Just look from her perspective. By the way, the son will be a child in the eyes of his parents, even if he reaches 70 years old. That's a reality. But why the mom especially call you always? The heart of the mother is not like any heart in this earth. That's why Rasulullah, when he give us example of the mercy of Allah, he said, لَاللَّهُ أَرْحَمُ بِكُم مِّنْ هَذِهِ بِوَلَدِهَا. Allah is more merciful upon you than the mother. It means there is nothing like mother. She only wants to make sure that you are okay, that you are safe, that you ate your dinner, that you will come soon. That's only she wants. So look from her perspective. Show the respect and be proud in front of your circle. Say, oh, my mom, yes, I will come. It's not shame. It's opposite. When you take care of your parents, that means you are a real man. But to have an embarrassment because of that, that's a lack of understanding. For those people also who grow up and they have, mashallah, a good financial status, that's the time to give back to your parents. Make them to live the best life in their life here. You have a money. Don't just look at your children and your wife. Your parents are the priority. For those youngsters also, they say, but our parents, they don't understand us. They are from different generation. They don't understand our habits. They don't understand our preferences. Whenever I take my phone, they are become angry. Try to understand your parents. Yes, there's a big gap between you. If you only know the change that internet do to the human being nowadays, and there's many research, many books. There's a very nice book called The Shallow, just about the effect of internet in the. It's something very huge. Your parents born in a time there's no internet at all. There's no mobile phone, no anything. And you born in a time that just it's very normal for you to scroll and see thousands of materials just in one day. That's incredible. They don't understand this. But what you have to understand that no one on this earth loves you more than your parents. Believe me. Whatever they show some harshness, it's just out of love. When they want you to stop looking at your mobile phone, that's out of love. They want your presence. Do you just look at it when you are with your parents and every one of the siblings is scrolling in his Facebook or mobile phone or Instagram, or even when I mention in Facebook, you may some smile. Oh, this is old-fashioned, Sheikh. You're still in Facebook. We are now in TikTok and Instagram. So when you do that and everyone there, is that a presence? And your mom talk to you, what happened to you today in the university or at the college? Yeah, mom, yeah, I'm with you. You are not with her. Give her a quality time. When you come to the home, switch off the mobile phone. Make it silent. Nothing will change in this world. Give them the quality time. The only that want from you is just your time. And they want to ask you about yourself. Can you imagine? They want to enjoy what happened to you today. Okay, your stories, your details. That's the only their purpose. But even that, we still don't give them till we lose them and we regret after that. I don't want to take your time. Finally, whatever you do to your parents, Allah will pay that back for you in your children. This is a rule in this life. So, if all of this doesn't affect you, then remember, if you treat them badly, your children will treat you badly. And you'll see that in your own life, not in the day of judgment. That's rule in this life. That's why at least do best for them. Then your children will do best for you. Parents are treasure in this life. When they passed away, they still have their rights. For those people who are like me, they both parents or one of them passed away, they still have their rights to make dua. When I say dua, and I ask you, what's the last time you make dua for your parents, and you don't remember, it means you don't make birrul walidain after death. That's not birrul walidain. Birrul walidain, it means to make a wird. You know, like you when you sit down every day and say astaghfirullah 100 times, you should also sit down and say 100 times Rabbi ighfirli wa liwalidayya warhamhuma kama rabbayani saghira. Rabbi ighfirli wa liwalidayya. 100 times at least every single day. That's just the minimum of their rights, is to do a sadaqah jariyah on behalf of them if you have financial status. To take care of their relatives, of their friends. That's after the death. The best thing, one of the na'imul jannah that always affect me, when Allah said, وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَاتَّبَعَتْهُمْ ذُرِّيَّتُهُمْ بِإِيمَانٍ أَلْحَقْنَا بِهِمْ ذُرِّيَّتَهُمْ. That one, in the day of judgment in Jannah, if you and your parents are Muslims, Allah give you Jannah, you are in the lowest level of Jannah because of your lack of good deeds. Your parents in a very high level in Jannah. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, out of His mercy, He will give shafa'ah to your parents. He will raise you and elevate you to be with your parents just to please your parents. Because their ultimate goal is just that gathering in Jannatul Firdaus. May Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala accept our good deed. May Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala forgive our parents. May Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala give us ability to give them the best in this life. May Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala help our brothers and sisters in Gaza. May Allah relieve all their pain. May Allah stop this calamity. May Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala stop this war and let our brothers and sisters in Gaza to enjoy the last few days in Ramadan. Wallahu a'lam wa sallallahu ala abdi rasul sayyidina Muhammad walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.